everybody, welcome to another RostyMaths video and welcome to my Year 9 series on algebra. As you can see, we're getting through this series quite quickly with our videos, so please make sure that you have subscribed to this channel, and at the end of every video I tend to leave the playlist that you can go and find all these videos in the order that I have taught them. But now we are finishing up with our expanding brackets before we then go back and do substitution and rearrangement, because those things are also important. We'll also do identities later on as well. Anyway, without further ado, let's go expand some double brackets. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you will know as soon as a new video has landed. Okay, so here I've got some double brackets, and you'll notice, if you're an eagle-eyed person, you'll notice that they've got the same question twice down there. And yeah, what's going on with that? Anyway, it's because I am going to show you two different methods of solving these, or simplifying, expanding and simplifying. Now, before we get going, you need to know what happens when you multiply terms. And in order to know that, click on the pop-out banner up there and go and check out my video on multiplying terms, because I will be saying things that you need to know. You need to know what's happening when I say these things. So really important that you check that video out. All right, in my last video, again, in that video, you can find that video on the pop-out banner up here popping out right now. In my last video, we expanded brackets, but we expanded single brackets. So we had questions where it was just a number outside and then something else inside of the brackets. That's what we had. But now we've got double brackets. There's a bracket there and a bracket there, and these two brackets themselves are multiplying. So it's really important that, we see the difference between these. Anyway, let's go on to the first method. Now, the first method I'm going to use is a well-known method that lots of people use, lots of schools use. It's one of my favorite methods because it's nice and quick. And this method is called FOIL. So, like the kitchen foil that you use at home. And the way it works is that the F means that you do the first, you multiply the first terms. The O means you multiply the outer terms. The I means you multiply the inner terms. And the L means that you multiply the last terms. Okay, and again, I'm using lots of language like terms and so on. Please make sure that you click on the pop-out banner up there and check my video out, or my beginning video on terms and variables and things. That's where you're going to find the meaning of those things. Again, if this is all you need, then keep watching. All right, let's go practice this then. So F for first, multiply the first terms. This is the first term in this bracket. This is the first term in that bracket. So I'm going to multiply them first. And I would draw this line to help you see it. So A times A, that's going to be A square. And then I am now going to multiply the outer terms. And the outer terms means the terms on the extreme edges. So I've got this outer and that outer. So now I'm going to multiply the A and that -4. So that's going to be minus 4A. Now I'm going to multiply the inner terms, and the inner terms are the ones on the inside there. So these are my inner terms. So 3 times A, that's going to be plus 3A. And then last of all, I multiply the last terms. This is the last term, this is the last term in those two brackets. So I'm going to multiply the last term there, and 3 times 4 is going to give me -12. Let's finish, we'll get my pen going. Come on, -12, okay? Because I'm multiplying a +3 times a -4. Again, if that caught you off guard, make sure you watch my video on the pop-out banner right now on adding and subtracting negative numbers. But that's basically it there. Okay, good. Now, let's see what we've got. Now that video that I mentioned before on collecting like terms that I've already linked to in this video, you can see I've got 4a and 3a there. They are like terms. I can combine those two, but there's no other a square. So I'm going to have to keep that a square there. And then minus 4 add 3 is going to be negative 1a, or just negative 1, just negative a if you like. And then I've got that minus 12 there. And this is now finished. Okay, really easy peasy. That's why I like this method, because this method is quick, it's easy, it's good to go. Now the second method I'm going to show you is called the grid method. So same question, let's see if we're going to get the same answer. Now with the grid method, what we do is, well, obviously we draw a grid. So that's going to be my grid. Actually, let me attempt to, at least make it neat. So draw some neat lines going down as much as possible. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into my grid. So I've got a plus 3. So in my grid, I'm going to have a and then a plus 3 there. And then I've got a take away 4. So that's going to go down the side there. So that's going to be a and then a take away 4 there. All right, so that should do me nicely. Let's see how that works. Actually, I'm going to need that space on the right hand side. So let me just move this over a little bit like so. So I've got the space to go. All right, here we go. Now you're always multiplying. So let's go. So in this box here then, a times a, that's going to be a square. So I'm going to write my a square in there. In this box here, 3 times a, that's going to be 3a. So positive 3a. In this box down here, a times minus 4. So minus 4a. And then on this box on the end here, 3 times minus 4, that's going to be minus 12. Again, right in the middle here, I have got two terms that are the same, so I can combine those two. So when I combine them, this gives me minus a, because it's going to be 3 take away 4a or negative 4a plus 3a, doesn't matter. It's minus a or minus 1a. So my final answer is a square, which is there, take away a, which I get once I subtract these two, and then take away 12. And that's it. Finished. And you can see we got the same answer. So which method did you like best? Leave it in the comments below. Let's see which one you like best. Personally, I like the one over there. It's much easier, much quicker. This one, you're less likely to make a mistake on this one though, because this one is pretty neat, it's easy to see. Choose whichever method you like. All right, so we're going to finish off this video today by looking at two slightly more challenging questions, but I'm only going to do one, I'm afraid. I'm only going to do the one on that side because I want to keep the video as short as possible, even though I have to explain important things. So let's just jump straight into that. And I'm going to use the FOIL method for that one. So FOIL method, let me change my color. So I'm going to do first 2x times 3x, that's going to be 6x squared, because you have the x times the x, you can have 6x squared. Then I'm going to go for the outer, so that's going to be 2x times negative 1, and that's going to be minus 2x there. Then I'm going to go for the inner, which is going to be minus 5 times that 3x, and that's going to be negative 15x. And then finally we go for the last, and in the last one, negative 5 times negative 1 is going to be positive 5, because I'm doing a negative times a negative on that one. And then we can clearly see that we can simplify the bit in the middle. We can combine those two. So our final answer then is 6x squared take away 17x plus 5. And this is now finished. All right, guys, that will bring us to the end of this. You can try the grid method on this one, see if you get the same answer. And if you do, that will be absolutely fantastic. And again, let us know which is your favorite method, how it worked out. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for getting this far in the video. This one was pretty intense. You needed quite a lot of prerequisite knowledge. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you know the minute we make any form of uploads. But until I see you on the next one, peace.